What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. What you know you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong. You don't know what it is, but it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad. Experience the awakening. Brilliant anonymous researchers. Patriots, join us in the Patriot Army. Trust the plan, pain coming. Boom, boom, boom. Let's go. RedStateTalkRadio.com, Brighteon.tv, Rumble.com/MG Show. The end won't be for everyone. That choice to know will be yours. Where we go one, we go all. Fight, 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 and fight we will. We fight every day right here on the MG Show.
Welcome, everybody, to the MG Show. It is the 22nd of October. Jeff is on his way in. He is almost here and set up and ready. Thank you guys so much for joining us. Thank you for supporting Patriot, independent citizen journalism here at the MG Show. I'm hoping that a number of you are starting to realize that the operational success of Donald Trump's administration is going to trigger the opposition in a way that they've never been triggered before. We told you this was going to happen a couple of years ago whenever we started to get an idea of exactly what it was that was really going on around these people. And now we have entered into the moment where Donald Trump is bringing success. He has ended 7 wars. He is working on ending 2 more. And the military-industrial complex and the super deep state, if you will, the last thing in the world that they want is conflict resolution. Donald Trump is an expert at conflict resolution. That's exactly what he is doing in all these other situations. And chaos cannot lord over and control you if there is no chaos, everybody. So thank you so much for joining us here Wednesday. Jeff, I know that you were working on getting in there. We are live, sir.
Thank you very much. Yeah, I had to reboot, and I'm Yeti. I'm putting the Facebook thing back on right now. I need the video source so we can get you guys on Facebook as well. So welcome everybody. It's been kind of a hectic morning for me, so I apologize for being a little late, guys. Had some technical difficulties and some other things, but light over darkness, guys. And the Diwali thing that President Trump went over yesterday was quite amazing, Shady. In fact, light over darkness. Darkness is in the Q posts 22 times. Hey, Q, what does, darkness mean? Shutdown. Q, are we in a shutdown right now?
We're in the real shutdown now, sir.
We're in the real shutdown right now, but it's more than 10 days, right? So it's Diwali is a 5-day festival, which is interesting as well. But we'll go over some of that. But we, lighting a candle, that's what Diwali is. It's lighting a candle. And, President Trump lights a candle, with in the Oval Office regarding RFK or JFK, excuse me. Connect to video source, Yeti, when you get a chance. All right, thank you so much. And so other than that, I'm a little bit behind schedule, but let's go ahead and go to, everything's not ready. I was all ready. It was ready, but I had to reboot, guys. Sorry about that.
Oh, good.
All right, we are connected. So Facebook, we're going live right now. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Yeti. All right, so here we are. We're live on X. Thank you guys so much. There's a lot going on with the, gaslighting of President Trump, too, with General Flynn making a direct threat. Basically, if the Trump administration doesn't do anything about Arabella Advisors, which Trump knows about, we know he knows about it, and, kind of like, using that to usurp the Trump administration. I'm not very happy with General Flynn because they also use Arabella-style tactics with their own foundations, guys. So, I'm a little bit disappointed in the people that are supporting General Flynn, who is not in, I repeat, he is not in the Trump administration version 2. And that was a question, and now it's a Q-proof. No, he's not. So there you go. And, the dark money, they have an Arabella-style dark money thing. We've got the Arabella. We've been talking about it for 4 years, ShadyGrooove.
We have been talking about it for 4 years, and it's very interesting that this is the little edge that they're going to try to pull to act like something is not happening. They have no idea what is or is not happening. But what they're doing is that they're trying to make it look like nothing is being done. This is the optic. Alex Jones, Nick Fuentes, the whole InfoWars network, Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, all of them are doing the exact same thing. Every single one of them are going to be the first in line to tell you that Donald Trump is ineffective, that he's doing the wrong thing, that he's controlled by Israel, that there's something wrong with him, that he's not seeing things, that his staff is lying to him, that, there's infiltrators within the staff. Oh, there's infiltrators everywhere that are undermining him, specifically right around him, whenever we see something completely different. What I see is something completely different. I don't see any of that going on whatsoever. What I see is a man that's in full control of the whole world geopolitical game. We have never seen this before. I don't think that we can point to a time going back to maybe the time of JFK, whenever we saw the American president in control of the worldwide geopolitical conversation. We have been awash in globalism and Marxism and infiltrated for decades throughout all of our elected officials. No one would ever stand up and say the obvious thing. No one doesn't. It didn't matter if they were a senator or a House representative, could or had the wherewithal or the power or the finances to say the truth. The different thing about Donald Trump is he had his own finances. He was independently wealthy. And that is the reason, in my opinion, that he was able to tell us the truth about the nature of the world.
So General Flynn is threatening, Donald Trump, saying you got to do something about Arabella Advisors, and the Trump administration's got to do it, or your face is not going to be on Mount Rushmore. I bring proof. Let's see if President Trump knows anything about Arabella. Let's see.
The 1630 Fund, which is managed by Arabella Advisors, which is the largest Democrat dark money network in the country and considered public enemy number one.
Yeah. So we have the sauce, Shady, that he knows.
And everybody has been wondering why what we were saying about this network was so important. Well, it's important because this is the network that they're going to use to try to stop you. Okay. This network is being used to black pill everybody. They are trying to black pill anybody that is consuming information that is quote unquote that paid attention to the deep state or understands conspiracy. Any of the people that are consuming that type of information are the ones that are most vulnerable to this nonsense because they paint it up and make it look like something real is going on, like they did with Pizzagate.
Mm-hmm. You know, and we're looking at all of these things. I mean, you know, he even has a foundation based on dark money, Arabella Advisors. We had Joe Flynn on this show, Shady.
I just want people to understand that having a 501c4 is not that common of a thing. Okay. Having an organization that is branded by the IRS as a 501c4 is not something that just anybody does. You got to have a certain amount of pull. You got to have a certain amount of ability to move foreign money around to even need a 501c4.
Mm-hmm. Exactly right. Exactly. Wow.
Otherwise, you don't need it.
Yeah, you don't need it. You don't need it. And you know, how did General Flynn get to keep $1 million and marry 250,000 when we donated, guys? You know, they made us donate, right? We did. We donated because we thought we believed in the guy. And then, you know, you don't think that the money is coming from foreign and domestic billionaires for a job well done, maybe perhaps on the framing of Russia, question mark?
There's not a doubt in my mind that that's where it's coming from. You know, the whole story about, General Flynn and they took his house and all that nonsense. They didn't take his house. He sold his house.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know,
and he didn't lose his
BS.
bank account. He got it back the next day.
They literally gave it right back to him.
Yeah. So, you know, again, let's just.
I really like the research that you guys have been doing on Arabella. We actually started the America Project. When you started coming out with that, I was like, Jeff's right on. Jeff and Shady are right on this because when we started the America Project, when we sat around and we kind of whiteboarded what did we want, guess what our model was? Arabella.
Yeah. Pretty wild.
I think that speaks for itself.
Yeah. And again, guys, if you guys don't know, you guys get this thread. It's almost got 700,000 views on it. This is the thread, Arabella Advisors. Please go to it or go to mgshow.link/Arabella, all lowercase, to see all 5 installments on it, guys. And it's been growing.
People aren't asking the right questions. You know, you saw the comment. I saw that I heard, you know, you read the comment from Chadwick earlier, commenting to that, acting like, it's the people. It doesn't matter if it's the people on our side. Okay. You can't look at the left and say, you're doing this stuff by having a 501c4 and using Arabella Advisors and splitting up the money that's coming in from foreign people that we can't see. We cannot see what foreign money is coming into this 501c4. And then we're going to disperse it amongst the 501c3s that are under the same umbrella. Okay. That is what you're pointing at. You can't say that is bad. And then that General Flynn doing the exact same thing for his rhetoric, for his minions, for his goals and purposes alone, not for like Arabella Advisors and the globalist Marxists. He's doing it as a side gig for them. He's doing the exact same thing that they are doing. If it's wrong for the one, it's wrong for the other. We need to be pushing for these things to be unmasked, because if we could see the money that was coming into the 501c4, they wouldn't be getting any money because they would be embarrassed because you would see where the money is actually coming from.
That's right. And by the way, press secretary says Trump's Middle East triumph embarrassed the self-proclaimed experts.
Yep.
Let's look at this. So much for lasting peace in the Middle East. Blocked. I've spent too many years studying and fighting these terrorists. So did you block the press secretary, General Flynn? Thank you, Rebel Valkyrie. Good post. So look, he does not know. They do not have an insider right now, and they're panicking and they're struggling, Shady.
They're struggling big. It's not just a little bit of struggle. This is you're willing to go out and post that. I mean, I know you didn't read the post that he posted, but to me, that was like a direct threat. What we posted about this morning.
All right, let's grab that real quick, because
we need to read it to the audience, because to understand what we're talking about. Like, this is, everybody thinks that this is words on paper, guys. These people are not joking around. I mean, you're talking about a guy that's got his own private security, his own private intelligence agency, and has the ability to like activate people to destroy the Capitol and scream that MAGA is doing it for Trump.
All right, so here it is. If the real Donald Trump administration does not deal with George Soros, his foundation, and those other people and organizations within the Arabella umbrella, they are funding the complete and total destruction of the American way of life. He will not find himself on Mount Rushmore. Instead, he and his family and so many others of us who stand for America first constitutional values, principles, and policies, he and the rest of us will end up in a dark place or worse. I am not calling for violence. I'm calling for this.
Just did it.
I am calling for this administration to focus on America and defeating those who wish to destroy our way of life. George Soros has stated as such, and yet we continue to allow him, a multi-billionaire, to fund such activities that wish to impose restrictions against the very founding principles in our Constitution and our Bill of Rights. Wake up. This is real and no longer theoretical. Yeah, we've known that for a long time. And look who he tags. Look at that.
I got to address you, Smoothie. It's not that nobody is saying Flynn isn't important, but that's the opposite of what we're saying. We're exposing him. We're saying he is important. We're saying that he's like, listen, guys, he's wielding an army of 4 million people online or more. All of these people are completely acting like he is more important than Donald Trump. Like, if you go read I understand that there's a number of people that listen to this broadcast that aren't paying attention to what's going on Twitter. But unfortunately for you, Twitter is the battlefield. And so we have to talk to you about the battlefield and what's actually happening out there and what people are doing. And what Flynn is doing is he is literally activating people to act like Donald Trump is doing something wrong. So we're trying to stand in the gap. We're the only show that's standing in the gap and saying, no, Donald Trump is not doing anything wrong. Pam Bondi is not doing anything wrong. Kash Patel is not doing anything wrong. These people are doing their jobs perfectly, and I guarantee you they're doing it perfect. Did you guys see the way he reacted whenever that camera hit the mirror? Follow that logic. Did you see the way that he reacted when the camera hit that mirror in that news conference?
Yeah.
You superimpose that on every single human being that works for that man. You guys don't understand. I know he looks relaxed. I know he looks like he's just that, but he is not. He's born in excellence. Nothing short of something excellent will do for him. So you're trying to tell me that all these people that are subverting him, doing the wrong thing and giving him bad information and going down the rabbit holes, Donald Trump is just sitting there pretending like that the excellence is being lost? He keeps coming to the camera and saying that they're doing excellent jobs. You're not listening to him. You're listening to a psyop. This is the spell that we're trying to break, and that's why it's so important. It's not important. It's very important.
Yeah, it is very important because, again, they have 3.4 million influencers, and we even have the map of all the ones that they are controlling. Shady, remember I took the picture of the map inside Clay Clark's little domicile there?
They're all attacking Trump.
Uh-huh. And guess who's not on that map?
We aren't.
Yeah. I'm proud of it. Interesting. It's like they knew, isn't it?
They did know. They tried to capture us. They tried to lull us to sleep, like here, over here. And then whenever we go out and do that, things started to get dicey when we went to his event, and he thought we were only going to talk about Arabella Advisors. Then we end up bringing in the Hunter and the Metabiota thing with the connections to Russia, and he did not like that.
No, he did not like that at all. And now you got some guy in Russia acting like he loves Q, and General Flynn, he's posting General Flynn stuff. There's something going on bigger, and I don't think it's a good thing, guys.
No, that's a good point. I think that needs to be said because we haven't said that here on the show. But look at the way that you've got this envoy out there. I'm sure you've seen him. I can't say his name, Dmitriev, whatever the hell his name is. He's posting all these things about Q. He's posting all these Q drops. So effectively, the Jim Stewartsons of the world are looking at this and saying, oh, look, Russia is the QAnon. The QAnon is Russia, da-da-da. And then this guy's saying that General Flynn's a hero and all these other different things. So we're just trying to keep it real for you guys. That's what we're doing here. I hope you appreciate it. God bless you. 17 if we're doing a good job.
And who do you follow? Trump.
Trump only.
Yeah. Yeah.
17 if you're following Trump only. And the MG show is doing a good job keeping you on track. And it's been, we're coming around on our, 7 years doing this now.
President Hugh, you are a honeypot, okay? He's a honeypot. He's honeypotting us. All right, so let's just watch this real quick, and we're going to watch the whole thing. But this is amazing, guys. This is what we're light over darkness, Shady. And light
Very
overcomes darkness, doesn't it?
Darkness cannot exist if there is even a speck of light in the area, and that is your job. Your job is to be the light in the darkness, not to be the light where there's a bunch of other light. Your job is to be the light in the darkness.
Will light the Diya as a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. It's a beautiful term, light over darkness. That's what it's all about. It's knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. During Diwali, revelers recall ancient stories of enemies defeated.
So that's a little bit of it. Shine on you, crazy diamond, Shady.
Wow. Well, wow, boy. I hope you understand the gravity of the moment that we're in. I hope you're understanding how powerful Donald Trump is. I hope you recognize that what they were trying to do is they were trying to put it out. Okay. America was created as a light in the darkness, a light in a dark world, meaning that no country was in charge of its own fate. No country had control of its own destiny. No country was organized and put forth by we the people. It was all a scam, a con, a tyrant, a king, a lord. That's who controlled Earth, all of Earth. No country, no land was immune to that control before America, guys. You understand that? And the light was created, and the light burned bright for a couple of 100 years. But in the last 50 years, they tried to snuff it out. This is what the communists are doing. They're trying to snuff out any hope. If they could get you black-pilled, if they could get you cynical, if they could get you to throw your hands up in the air and say, oh, it's too difficult to understand, I can't figure anything out, and walk away, they've won. And they are doing that to thousands and thousands and thousands of people inside the MAGA movement, and they've been doing it for years, actually, with these Alex Jones associates. We've been trying to call it out and trying to talk to you directly about it. You are the ember that they can't put out. I hope you understand that. You, not your friends, not anybody else around. You personally, every single one of you individually are the ember that they cannot put out. And no matter how much they've tried to snuff you out, here you are 7 years later, still paying attention, still digging in, still opening your mind to the possibilities that there are things going on and that Donald Trump is in charge and controlling and doing something to the world that has never been done before, which is fixing it, solving problems, creating a conversation and an actual debate. Those things were not being done because their ideas can't compete in an arena of free thought and debate.
That's right. That's right. And they have to shut you up. In fact, I found out that Richard Noticias was the one that was shot by U.S. Marshals, and I got because he got hit by a ricochet. He's illegal, by the way.
He is.
And they I released the name before it was even known. And it was a scoop, Shady, because I was watching these streams and go ahead.
No, I was agreeing with you. I'm sorry.
Oh, gotcha. I was watching these streams and they blocked me, guys, because you can't have free, open communications with these people, guys.
It's a good example.
They're like donkeys, ShadyGrooove. They don't want to hear nothing.
They did make that their political symbol. So
yeah, they don't. That's
the kind of the way it goes when you try to talk to one.
It is, and it's sad. You can say Kevin Bacon was in the movie. What movie? Let's see. What's that movie? Any movie. Footloose. Yeah, Kevin Bacon was in Footloose. No, he wasn't.
Yes, he was.
Look it up. No, he wasn't. No, he wasn't. He wasn't in Footloose.
No, he wasn't. No. Really, he was the guy that was doing the dancing.
Look it up.
His dad was John. What's his name? And he was from Third
Rock. He wasn't in that movie, Shady. You're wrong.
I'm telling you, I think he was in that movie.
Nope.
The gaslighting. That's the way that they gaslight every single thing. Everything you think you notice, that's the way that they're gaslighting us. Whenever we say we've made a connection between this family, the Paysor family, and the Federal Reserve. Oh, no, that's not a connection. There's something wrong with you. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, Kevin Bacon wasn't in Footloose.
Yes, he was.
No, he wasn't. You lose.
Yes, he was. He was the star.
Nope, you're wrong. Look it up.
I don't have to look it up. It's common knowledge. He was on the cover of People magazine when the movie. Everyone knows Kevin Bacon was a star of Footloose. It was a huge movie. He was the lead.
We did that perfect. Everything but the no button. We had that perfect.
No.
Yes, he was.
For the last time, no.
No, but he was.
But he was.
And that's like arguing with somebody that supports General Flynn too, by the way.
And I think it was Thomas Paine that said trying to argue with someone that has thrown out the ability to reason is like trying to administer medicine to the dead.
Yeah.
I mean, and that is exactly what we're looking at right now. That's the reason I'm so optimistic about the younger generation and everything that we saw in the aftermath of the Charlie Kirk thing and all of the new chapters of Turning Point and all these different things, because I think that we can hang our hat on the generation that is actually thinking outside the box as opposed to following along with the CNN and the MSNBC like the boomers are.
Yeah.
If we had a king, we wouldn't be able to have the protest.
No, we would. We would.
What does your sign say?
Have the right to protest. And Trump would say no, by the way. Trump would say no.
If Trump would say no, we wouldn't be having a protest.
Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Well, we have a protest.
You're talking about ICE going over and throwing people away?
What I'm saying is we do have our right to protest. I don't believe Trump is stopping your right to protest because we're having this today.
He's trying to. Are you seeing what sort of stuff he's saying?
He's not here stopping it.
Are you kidding me? Trump would
Where
have to
is
be
he?
in 101. Trump would have to be in over 1,000 locations to stop these protests. These are happening all over the country today. It doesn't matter. Of course he's not here to stop it. You really think that the New York City police would?
So this is the weird mentality, Shady.
You get them with logic every time.
Wait, you're protesting right now.
I mean, I also saw the video of the one lady that goes, I think she's with the Rebel News. I'm not sure, but she was talking to the lady and the lady's like, yeah, it's like, I'm glad that Charlie Kirk was dead and I'm hoping that you die also.
Yeah.
I mean, like they want death. This is the thing, man. This is the thing that's dangerous about blood cults. It's like you can go back and you can look at any society that were blood cults, and it's like it's an insatiable appetite.
Yeah.
Once you get a taste of it, it's just like a wild animal. Once you get a taste, once a wild animal has bitten a human being, they put them down.
Yeah.
Because they'll start hunting the human being. Okay. It's no different for a human being.
That's right. That's right. And, it's very interesting. So let me go into this too real quick. All right. So this is the Richard Noticias guy. Okay. They did an update, Fox's report. So let's let me find the other posts because I have them all as a thread. Let's see. Okay, context. So Richard was a TikTok reporter and was shot and detained on the live stream here. So check this out.
This is a Fox News alert. This is video that we just have in from moments ago from Los Angeles. This is according to multiple ICE and Fox News sources. A U.S. Marshal and an illegal alien were both shot in L.A. this morning. It was during an immigration operation. Both at this time, we are told, have non-life-threatening injuries. Fox is told that federal agents surrounded and boxed in a target. That target then rammed federal vehicles in an attempt to escape. The feds fired their weapons. One U.S. Marshal was hit in his hand in what initially appears to be a bullet ricochet. The target criminal alien was hit in the elbow, we are told. Both expected to be okay, and they are at the hospital, and we are awaiting an update on that situation. This is a Fox.
Yes, U.S. Marshal was shot as well. There's the TikToker. Let me just go back to this, the context on that. Maybe I have it over here. So I thought it was a thread, but this is the update, basically before we knew who it was.
I can assure you that he's
before the name was released.
That he is being guarded. That he has full.
Doesn't that look like Cameron Moore, Shady? I'm just saying.
It does look a little bit like
I can go to the bathroom and do everything. I don't know what I'm allowed to tell you, what I'm not.
I understand.
He is comfortable. He has full mobility.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Can you relay him a message from us?
I'd be happy to.
Can you tell him that we're out here?
And who?
Everybody. Just tell him everybody is here.
Absolutely.
No names.
Okay.
Everyone that loves you's out here and support, and
I didn't need names. I was saying cousins, uncles, friends, brothers.
just tell him Chino and Glizzy and everyone else.
I will. I'll do that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tell him that you spoke to us, to Jerry and Chino.
I will. I'll tell him that. Not in danger.
Thank you.
Totally stable. Okay? All right.
And then the police came out to calm down the protesters. And, they were like, going in and going crazy on this. But that's the Fox report. That's the protesters there. So he was shot. In fact, I've got another edit here. Let me just see if I can find it. Why can't I find everything, Shady?
Because of the restart, man.
Yeah, exclusive, more here. Okay, here you go. Here we go. So this is the actual incident from different camera angles. I can't make it any bigger for you. Let me just go. So this is, when the incident happened, he was ramming a police vehicle. He's a known TikToker, Richard Noticias, and he's an illegal immigrant, alien. He's illegal. Okay, let's get up. Let me go up to some of the other footage here. There he is right there. Okay. Pray for Richard is what they're saying. He was shot in the elbow. You can see it there. He's being taken off on a, stretcher to the hospital. We went to the hospital. We showed you the update for him at the hospital. He was shot. There's the bandage. But he was ramming vehicles. Okay.
That's what it is. ICE is in the hospital right now, actually.
We're seeing this stuff.
I understand, but where are they going to take him out of?
I have no idea.
This is the girl that blocked me. I know her voice.
We're the same color. Don't betray.
So that's what we're dealing with. So ICE did their job. Sadly, Richard Noticias was not legal. He rammed the police. He used to film the police. He wasn't really even filming protests. He went and filmed people that were, being detained or what have you in LA. He was like a cop watch guy. And it was in Espanol. And he apparently is illegal. So now he faces the consequences of coming to this country illegally, Shady.
But isn't it interesting what they're willing to do? Like what An illegal immigrant does not have any rights in America, but they're standing there and they're acting like that they are somehow better than you. Like, when do you go to somebody's house and start telling the person inside the house what it is they can and can't do in their kitchen, or how it is that they can or cannot maintain the furniture in their living room, or a number of other things? Like, look at what we're seeing here, guys. Why is this occurring? Because can anybody out there from around the world point to another instance in another country where this is going on?
No. And then, acting U.S. Attorney Bill Carlitos Ricardo Parrillas, 44-year-old illegal alien from Mexico living in South Los Angeles, now charged with criminal complaint with assault on a federal officer. He's expected to make his initial appearance tomorrow at the Royal Federal Building in downtown L.A. and would face up to 8 years in federal prison if convicted. This morning, Parrillas rammed his car into agents' vehicles after they boxed him in and ordered him to submit to arrest. Parrillas, who had previously avoided capture by immigration authorities, refused to comply with the agents' orders and escalated to what could have been a simple arrest into a life-threatening situation. Parrillas rammed a Toyota Camry into law enforcement vehicles spewing smoke and debris into the air, causing the car to fishtail, causing agents to worry for their safety. An agent breaking the Camry's driver's side window was not enough to subdue Parrillas. Ultimately, an agent opened fire, wounding Parrillas and a deputy, U.S. Marshal, who was hit with a ricochet bullet. Fortunately, both of the deputy marshal and Parrillas are expected to recover. That's the good news. But Parrillas was arrested. He is presumed innocent until proven guilty. Vehicles are deadly weapons. Anyone who uses them against federal agents risk arrest, imprisonment, and life-threatening injuries. We will continue to use every tool in our legal arsenal to protect our agents and enforcement of illegal immigration laws passed by Congress. Wow.
Reason. They're being activated by these networks that have infiltrated our country. These networks are communist. They are rooted in communism. We've been talking about it for years. All of these different things, 501c4s, 501c3s, nonprofits, NGOs, all of these different things are rooted in destruction, and they are rooted in communism. We've showed you clearly that the Communist Party of the USA is sponsoring this stuff. We're showing you the rise and resist. We're showing you the money train. Where's the money going? What's the money doing? You saw $300 million spent to bring out 1.2 million protesters across the country over. Why is that so important? Why is it so important for them to have the optic that they can continue generating news around a reality that it does not exist? They want to make you think that there is equal opposition to Donald Trump in America. There is not equal opposition. There's about 25 to 35% of the population that are triggered by the television that are still acting like Donald Trump is doing something wrong. There is nobody on the ground in Memphis, where he has made their community safer, that is complaining about this. There is nobody in Washington, D.C., whose communities he's made safer by policing them and getting the illegals out, that are complaining about this. Why can't the New York Times go into Washington, D.C. and get a story from someone that is upset that there's no bullets coming through their windows anymore, because it's just not exciting to live in D.C. now?
Yeah. You mentioned Rise and Resist. You know, they are amplified desiring narratives. Trend Echo Media organized. They have a platform. They're trend enforcers. We're going to show you them now. And they have direct contact with police. Check this out, ShadyGrooove.
I didn't get an email about like the pre thing. Is there like a sign up for it or something like that?
I think this is maybe one of the. Yeah. No,
What's that?
No, we're good. No, we're good. But I don't know.
Oh no, I'm just press asking questions.
Yeah. I think. Yeah. No. But no, it's I don't know.
Okay, so they had a full panic and just talked over each other. Now, this woman did the scripted right-wing troll line, which I guess they must have forgotten to pick up their signs, because that's exactly what they did to me last time. And before that, a different paid protester with the exact same sign followed me around the Takedown Tesla protest. So who are these people really? Keep watching.
What's the next protest?
I don't know.
This one.
I'd have to. He's got a camera, just so you know. He's got a camera. He's recording you.
No way. It's nice to have a conversation. How long have you been working with Rise and Resist?
I'm not answering those questions. I'm not going to answer any personal questions.
That's fair. Do you feel like Trump is a king?
I'm not going to get into a political conversation with you. I'm here to marshal and keep people safe. That's my job here today, and I'm just going to do my job.
What do you mean by like marshal?
We help traffic. We help people with the traffic. We help cars redirect. We help bike messengers.
Okay.
We're helping people be safe on the streets.
Does that mean you guys are working with the NYPD?
Yes. We talked to them.
Oh, okay. I did not know that. That's interesting. But is there like a briefing before, like that you guys work with the
NYPD?
Yeah. So how do they know that like you're out there marshaling with them?
They're not blind.
And neither am I. This is you calling ICE thugs, and with a $50,000 bounty on ICE agents, you have blood on your hands. This is you taking it a step further and calling them the Gestapo. Back again at a different protest, and again and again. The company she works for is Rise and Resist. They are one of the nonprofits receiving a portion of the $7.6 million from George Soros and were responsible for the takedown Tesla protests that often resulted in vandalism. They claim that all of their events are non-violent, which is odd because there's hundreds of pictures of their protesters getting arrested. One of the things they love to do is organize sit-ins at Trump Tower, and they're politely escorted out of the building and released from custody almost instantly, which means that the supposed king is quite forgiving with people trespassing his family's home. The donation link to Rise and Resist goes straight through Act Blue. Now it's really her associates that are the star players on the protesting field. Watch this. You see her? She works with Karen Shaw, the kazoo lady from the previous No Kings rally. This is her making the signs for Rise and Resist in their little print shop. She protests whatever is on the schedule. Back again in front of the courthouse asking to abolish ICE. She wants to, quote, free them all, and she's doing this sit-in again inside of Trump's family home.
Rise and Resist. We talked about it, what, 2 weeks ago, just before the No Kings protest, Shady?
Yeah, we actually told you they were getting ready to do it.
Interesting. So they have an organized platform. Go to Rise and Resist. Go to their website. Go to, No Kings. They're all together. They're funded by Soros and the Tides. This is the post here. If you want to go to Influence Watch, we went here the other day on the show. This is the background of it and the activities. Remember, we told you that they, go after, what do you call it? Fox News, like they get out in Fox News, they have Zoom meetings. They are controlling the message. They are working with the NYPD in New York City, and they are policing, Fox News, healthcare policy, Israel, Tesla, Elon Musk, and No Kings. Shady.
They're protesting anybody that is not willing to destroy America.
Right.
So if you're willing to destroy America, they will send you money. So, if you need some funding, just like pipe up to Rise and Resist and tell them, hey, I'm looking to destroy America, and they'll fill your coffers right up. You got to understand the conversation that's going on right here. They're trying to create the narrative. This is the narrative that, and I want you to understand this because you've got to understand the inversion, the perfect inversion, the projection. Q explained this to you. How do they use projection? ICE is not Trump's private army. They're trying to make you think, all these people are holding up these signs, Trump's army, ICE. So that the reason they're doing that is because they want people to attack ICE. ICE is not taking their marching orders from Donald Trump. There are laws on the books. There are ways that you implement these laws. There are illegal immigrants here that are creating crime and chaos that ICE is investigating and removing. That's not Donald Trump sitting up there and pointing, oh, this guy, this guy, this guy, this guy, and this guy. But that's what they're trying to make the left think. The reason that they're doing this is because they think that Donald Trump is doing what they are doing, which is maintaining an army, the army of BLM and Antifa. That is Obama's private army. And he told you that he was going to build them. And they dovetail perfectly with ISIS and other terror networks around the world. And they have interchanged people. So what you're going to end up finding is if they'll go in and start busting these people up in Portland, a number of these people that are claiming that are running these operations in Portland are foreign actors in a foreign operation to hurt law enforcement.
And, also, the AJ Musti right here, the background among the organizations it has housed, along with Rise and Resist, are the Socialist Party USA, Occupy Wall Street, and Granny Peace Brigade. What?
There you have it.
Yeah. These are socialists. These are communists, guys. Okay. Social justice grants, guys.
To get you.
All right. They're going to get you every time. So your family and friends that went out unknowingly supporting communist and Marxist ideals and not even knowing what the hell they're protesting about.
And a lot of the people that are from the counterculture era do know. I mean, and I'm in Oregon. I went out and drove down the street, and you can clearly see the people that are like the old commies. The old commies from the counterculture are out, and they are excited about this because they think that communism is taking root.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So this is another one here. Follow the money. Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition. Okay, Shady. And then we've got the Reach Community Development. So this is from Seattle. Okay, this is Reach Community Development. Everyone deserves a place to call home. Dear Gray's Landing. So Gray's Landing is the apartment complex that basically is right across from ICE. Okay. We also want to make you aware that starting this Monday, an organization called Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition will be operating out of a previously vacant commercial space in the Gray's Landing building. PIRC volunteers will work to ensure that individuals with appointments at the ICE field office are informed with their rights and responsibilities, including access to an attorney as part of due process. You may have seen these folks near the ICE facility wearing orange suits. PIRC and its volunteers will be working from their own office space on Moody Avenue and will not have access to the Gray's Landing residential entrance or any Gray's Landing facilities. They will be present during morning business hours and on weekdays, not on evenings or weekends, and are committed to peaceful operations. Reach is partnering with the city of Portland to make this possible, which is the way our organization can support upholding rights community members while also reducing sidewalk and street crowding outside. So there's a new a 501c moving right directly across the street from ICE, Shady.
Yeah.
So this is from Katie Davenport, a leftist anti-ICE group called Portland Immigrant Rights Coalition will be moving into a vacant space office at the bottom floor of Gray's Landing, which is the apartment building directly across the street facility from ICE. The NGO holds trainings on how to interfere with ICE operations and offers tips to illegal immigrants on how to evade ICE capture. Its members have been involved in the ongoing 24-hour Antifa occupation outside the ICE facility, which has resulted in the pending deployment of the National Guard. Just to give you, this is the ICE facility right here. This is where you cannot go over that blue line. This is ICE. This is Gray's Landing. Could you imagine living right here, Shady?
No.
Wow.
But I was thinking about driving up and getting some on the ground reporting.
Oh God.
Oh yeah. I was going to take my RV up. I've got the turret mounted on top, and I could sit from up there. I could spin it all the way around and see what see if the Tifa's coming at me.
Yeah, and you can hang out with Tommy Boy.
Yeah, absolutely, man. No, really, actually, in all seriousness, with what you're saying, with what you're explaining there to people, do you guys understand this? I just want you to recognize this would be like gathering up with a bunch of your friends and saying that we're going to start targeting the people at our local police department. Here are their names. Here are their badge numbers. This is where they go home to. This is where they live. This is where their wife works. This is what they do for a living. You'll find them between here and here, these times of days. Target them. Okay, that's what this organization is effectively doing to ICE. ICE agents in law are the same as a U.S. Marshal as far as their credentials. They're federal agents. They're not like from your local municipality. They're not state troopers. They're federal agents. Do you understand? If any of you ever committed or were on any federal land and had interactions with park rangers, it's a federal crime if you commit a crime on a piece of federal property. All government buildings, so an ICE facility, quote unquote, is federal property. So effectively, you have a bunch of people that are conspiring to destroy a law enforcement entity, blatantly talking about it. They're not shy whatsoever. That's the country, that's the current climate.
And I want to pile on top of that because Portland police are helping them.
Yes.
Okay. Let's listen to it. Check it out.
There's Portland police out here today, genuinely here to help the other side. I've been to a million protests, and honestly, I'm usually out here as a medic. I've never been on the other end of it. So I'm like, the people who helped us out are angels. People who helped us out are angels.
Especially actual city officials.
I said to that woman, I said, are you PPB? And she said, yeah. And I said, oh my God, I don't hate you. Thank you for being the other one. Everybody says not all cops, right? But it's few and far between that you experience that. There's Portland police out here today, genuinely here to help the other side.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I want to also show you this. This is from Nick Sotor. Sotor, I think I said his name right. Look at this, ShadyGrooove. Look at this. This is crazy. And Portland FBI, you have some questions to answer. Why are you allowing this to happen, Portland FBI? Cash, Bongino, get on it. Check it out.
What are you doing? What are you doing?
That's what I thought.
I'm just checking it out. I'm on a public sidewalk. Close the window if you don't want to see in. There you go.
You're so fucking...
And now that Antifa is going to turn into a Flynn troll. Listen.
You're ugly.
You're a fag.
You look stupid.
What else you got in there?
Talk? This is live.
1 block away.
Look at that. And the Portland police don't care?
Run! Going into the Antifa safe house. Yup.
Why the fuck you stalking women? Fucking minors and shit. What the fuck is wrong with you?
Why are you stalking this person?
She assaulted me.
She assaulted you? Do you approve of that?
Yeah, my black eye.
Your black guy? You didn't just.
You don't have a black eye.
I don't see it. Get hit by your boyfriend or something?
A minor, Katie. What are you? All right. The assault suspect is in the safe house.
Out now? Are you able to designate someone as a suspect?
The assault suspect is in the safe house. Get away from me.
That's what we're dealing with in Portland, Shady.
And it is getting ready to get dealt with. Wow. I'm telling you, it's going to be dealt with like that. Like right now, they've crossed a line that they can't uncross. And this is exactly what we wanted them to do. This is why Donald Trump is bringing attention to this. This is why we've already gone through the court case with the National Guard. It's all the paperwork is done, ladies and gentlemen. It's just a matter of time.
Yep. So the FBI should raid that apartment that's at that apartment complex that I showed you about, right? And they also have a storage unit full of thousands of dollars of goods paid for by unknown sources, Shady.
Unknown George Soroses.
Sources. Soroses. Right. Sorosis.
Ooh.
So, you know, they're gonna be pretty upset that they actually, attacked Nick Sotor, and then he did the Antifa thing. Katie Davis Court was also at the Antifa roundtable as well. If you did not see that, you got to go watch it, guys.
Yeah, we didn't actually get a chance to play that. There's so much going on. We didn't actually get to bring that to you with that. But yes, and
we brought some of it.
I think that like I said, this whole court decision, the Ninth Circuit, that was the Ninth Circuit, by the way. That was the Ninth Circuit that that made that decision. So now that we have that decision made, it is free reign. The National Guard can go wherever the hell they want to go in Portland. So FAFO.
Yeah. Look at their faces when they're exposed, Shady. Huh? 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 Huh?
You should be proud of what you stand for.
Wow.
If you're protesting, you should be proud of what you're protesting for if it's actually a protest. Otherwise, you're doing something other than protesting, aren't you?
Yeah. Wow.
A protest is to bring attention to your cause. A protest is not to destroy stuff, break windows, or hurt people.
That's right. What do you think would happen if MAGA turned as violent as they are? Well, Rev Rob, they tried to do that on January 6th.
That's exactly what January 6th was about. January 6th is the precursor for these people acting like that they have a moral authority over you because they say, oh, look what you MAGAs did to our Capitol on J6th.
Yep. And we know who is behind that, at least our theory as such, alleged.
Pretty good
ShadyGrooove.
theory.
And we'll be right back after these beautiful boom messages.
I could. Hello to all of you beautiful patriots out there.
First of all, let me just thank you all for supporting this show. We wouldn't be here without you. But I have a huge announcement regarding donations.
It has come to our attention that using the Rumble app is taking an additional 30% of your donation to the show.
Let me explain. According to our TOS, Rumble takes 20% of all donations made through the web browser.
And that's a 20%. It's a good deal if you consider other platforms like YouTube and such.
There is a hidden cost that we just found out. For example, we received the generous $500 donation from Spill Tea, and thank you so much for that, from the Rumble app on Apple. So Rumble took 20% and Apple took an additional 30%. We brought that to Rumble and they said, well, Rumble's take of tips and donations is 20%. That's if the transaction is done through the web browser. If using the Android or iOS app, it's an additional 30% collected by those platforms.
So please use the web browser to make your donations to the show and avoid the hidden fees by Apple and Android.
That's right. You can also support us at Givesendgo/helpmgshow, mg.show/donate. We have PayPal and Cash App. Both are at RealMGShow or $RealMGShow. Please help us out. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
I'm excited to announce that we're having our biggest 3-in-1 sale ever with a limited edition product, a back in stock special, and a closeout deal you won't find anywhere else. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get our MyPillow bed sheets, only $29.88. Any color, any style, any size, even kings, regular $119.98, only $29.88. Once they're gone for good. How about our My Towels? They're finally back in stock, but not for long. Get a 6-piece My Towel set, regular $69.98, now only $39.98. And for the first time and the only time ever, get our limited edition premium My Pillows. They're made with Giza cotton and designer gusset. Queen $17.98, Kings only $19.98. So go to mypillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use your promo code to get the best offers ever. Quantities are extremely limited, so order now.
To mypillow.com or call 800-873-0478 and use promo code MGShow. Use your promo code for the best offers ever. Quantities are extremely limited, so order now.
baby, chill. Don't medicate, just meditate. You waking up now, well, baby, you hella late. Educate, look at what's going on, let it resonate, accelerate. Find your inner hunger like you never ate. Agenda is to push the hate, separate and segregate. Don't celebrate quite yet, the storm is coming, Q, for heaven's sake. Violence that they demonstrate, instigate and penetrate. The values of our country and our God is what they desecrate. My fighters ain't no featherweight, pulling out the seams of the fabric that they fabricate. They feed us lies, manipulate, intimidate through fear and force, forcing us to sit and wait till we come together, congregate, and then we liberate. Praying that you give me strength to find some love amongst the hate. Marching on these streets of blood till I see the golden gates. Troubadour and troubled souls, one of God's servants. Blades out, cut the grass till we see the serpents.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
I know the truth is hard to swallow, just digest it. Suspected something's going on, but chose to just neglect it. Deflected by some breaking news, oh, we just accept it. Expected just to fall in line and follow their perspective. Don't question their objective, but I got a lot of questions. How these kids molested, but nobody's been arrested. Read it in the testament, these children are protected. So I'm fighting all these terrorists, both foreign and domestic. Refuse to be directed, lying not a sheep. Only kneel to my God, so I'm dying on my feet. Silence when we speak, but there's violence in the street. I've been rolling with the punches, I can't take it on the cheek. Drink from a glass half full, I'm optimistic. People are sadistic, so vicious and malicious. Praying for assistance to overcome opposition, or I'm gonna start resisting and then I'll pray for forgiveness.
One day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now. We need you now. We need you now.
We need you now.
We need you now.
We need you now.
One day, one day, one day I hope you see the truth. This puppet show stays on because of you fools. We've been dancing with the devil way too long. I know it's fun, but get ready to pay your dues. Oh God, come back home. This crazy world is filled with liars and abusers. We need you now before we're too far gone. I hope one day they finally see the truth. God, we need you now.
Haven't played that in a long time. Facebook's not going to like it. I'll be censored because we can't play stuff. It's God, we need you now. Caitlin Curtis, Struggle Jennings. Welcome back to the MG Show, Shady.
Facebook censors everything.
Yeah, they do. Get over there on Facebook, mgshow.link/Jeff FB. Jeff FB. Share the show, please. Thank you. Appreciate you all. We got 7 people watching, but they're gaining about 5 to 1,000 views. Should we still be doing Facebook, guys? I mean, is it worth it? Hello?
I don't know. We'll take a poll from the audience.
Yeah. I mean, we need to share the information out there. Whatever you guys want to do it, please. Thank you. We really appreciate you. Shady, let me just check this out real quick.
Where are you heading?
I don't know. We're not getting a lot of donations today, so I'm trying to see if I can do an ad here. Let me just do this one here. Here we go. Wow, ShadyGrooove.
There we go.
This episode is brought to you by Zippix nicotine-infused toothpicks. Shady, you like those. A satisfying, discreet, and great-tasting way to curb cravings anytime, anywhere. Perfect for flights, for events, restaurants, or anywhere smoking and vaping are banned. Zippix satisfies those nicotine cravings and hand-to-mouth habit with 6 long-lasting flavors in 2 milligram or 3 milligram strengths. Proudly made in the USA and one of the most cost-effective options out there. Not into nicotine, but try our caffeine or B12 infused picks for a boost, guys. Zip more, smoke less. Visit ziptoothpicks.com and get 10% off your first order with code CREATOR. Must be 21 or older. Warning, nicotine is an addictive chemical.
Thank you.
That's a new one. But I love it.
Awesome.
Yeah. All right. So let's go into a little bit of this. This is the presentation From the Dark to Light, ShadyGrooove.
Yep.
This is the Diwali celebration. I do want to play it, guys. And, it's pretty amazing that this was happening and said in the White House. ShadyGrooove, you ready?
Oh, yeah. You should hear all the numbnuts.
Oh,
yeah. They're at a fever pitch because of it.
Because where we go one, we go all means only them.
Yeah, it means them. It means and no Jewish people.
No Jewish people. No Hindu people. No nothing.
No. No one else could go but them.
Only them. Remember when we were on Red Pill 78's stupid show where he attacked us for stupidness. He said that it's my boat. Where we go one, we go all. And you're not in my boat. Like we're not part of his where we go one, we go all.
Good.
Yeah, I don't want to be part of his where we go one, we all. Real quick, G Brothers, 1 subscription, and Storm Rider, 10 subscriptions to the MG show. Thank you so much. Love you. All right, here we go. President Trump participates in Diwali celebration, Shady.
Diwali.
Dark to light.
The whole group, huh? What a wonderful culture and what a
numbnut meltdown.
Thank you very much for coming. It's really nice. Thank you. Come on, I'll slide over here if I get.
Thank you, Susie Q. $20 donation. Appreciate you.
To the media, I will tell you, this is a serious group of people. Right? That's great. Thank you very much. Look at all of it. Wow, look at the people. It's seriously the biggest business people anywhere in the world, so I think it's a great tribute. Whatever they're teaching you well, right? Thank you very much. You're welcome to the White House as we celebrate Diwali, because they said there has to be a very heavy emphasis on the V, Diwali, the beautiful festival of lights, and that's what it is. It's a great festival and it's amazing people. I'm pleased to be joined by the Director of the National Intelligence and a woman that's done a fantastic job, Tulsi Gabbard, wherever you may be, Tulsi. Hi, Tulsi. FBI Director Kash Patel, who's really hitting his stride. Kash, where's Kash? He's hitting his stride. That's the way we like it. Assistant Attorney General Harmeet Dillon. Harmeet? Right here, sir. Hi, Harmeet. And Pastor Paula White. She's been fantastic. She's been with us right from the beginning. We're greatly honored to be joined by the Indian Ambassador to the United States, Vinay Quattro, and it's very nice. You pronounce it perfectly. That's right. Oh, I wasn't too far off there. And his wonderful wife, and thank you very much. It's a great honor to have you. As well as our new ambassador to India. This is a nice, easy name, Sergio Gore. Sergio, congratulations, Sergio. You're going to do a fantastic job. And thanks as well to incredible Indian American business leaders, the biggest in the world, really. If you look at these companies, what they've done, the biggest in the world. CEO of IBM, Arvind Krishna and Arvind, congratulations. I know you're working hard on a couple of jobs that I'm watching, and good luck with them, right?
Yes.
Good luck. It's amazing what you've done. Chairman and CEO of Adobe, and that Adobe is big stuff, and that's Shantanu Narayan.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Shantanu. Nice to see you. Thank you very much. CEO of Micron Technology, we know what that is, Sanjay Marotta. Sanjay, nice to see you again. And CEO of Palo Alto Networks, Nikesh Arora. And I want to thank you very much for and great success. It's a hell of a group of people. And in addition to that, we have a lot of other tremendously successful people gathered. On behalf of all Americans, let me also extend our warmest wishes to the people of India. I just spoke to your Prime Minister today. We had a great conversation. We talk about trade, we talk about a lot of things, but mostly the world of trade. He's very interested in that. Although we did talk a little while ago about let's have no wars with Pakistan. And I think the fact that trade was involved, I was able to talk about that. And we have no war with Pakistan and India. That was a very, very good thing. But he's a great person. And he's become a great friend of mine over the years. In a few moments, we'll light the Diya as a symbol of faith in the victory of light over darkness. It's a beautiful term, light over darkness. That's what it's all about. It's knowledge over ignorance and good over evil. During Diwali, revelers recall ancient stories of enemies defeated, obstacles removed, and captives freed. The glow of the Diya flame reminds us to seek the path of wisdom and to work with diligence and to always give thanks for our many blessings, and we do have many blessings. Everybody in this room has many blessings, and even I will say, I'm not going to use the word fake news, I refuse to use it. Media has some good blessings. One of the blessings is that you didn't have to stand in the mud outside anymore. You now have a beautiful stone surface, the identical color of the White House. For years they had to stand when we had press conference in the mud because it was grass. And I decided to take care of that, so I think they appreciate it. As we look back in the past year and really look up to the next number of years and hopefully decades and centuries, we've got much to be thankful for. And think of it, a year ago we were a dead country. This country was a dead country, and now we're the hottest country anywhere in the world. These guys can testify to that because I know this. I watch their stock prices, and they're like rocket ships, right? Do they ever stop? Let's keep it that way, right? Let's not talk about it, right? Let's just keep it that way. It's amazing. We have more than $17 trillion. They're part of the reason. More than $17 trillion of investment pouring into the United States. It's going to be, I believe, over $20 trillion by the time the year's up. And as an example, the last administration had less than $1 trillion in a period of their 4-year period. They had less than $1 trillion. We're going to have 20 trillion. We have over 17 trillion already. That's investment coming in. And I think it's largely for two reasons. We had a good election on November 5th, but maybe more importantly, of course, it wouldn't happen if that election result didn't happen. I think much more importantly, we have tariffs that you build in the United States, you don't have a tariff to pay. You build outside and you have to pay a tariff. And we're taking in money at a level that no other country has ever seen. There's never been a country, I don't think, fellas, you agree with that? There's never been a country with an investment in less than a year, and actually to be exact, less than 9 months, of $17 trillion, right? And I know you're all participating, aren't you, huh? So that's really good stuff. The economy is roaring, the incomes are rising, and small business confidence is at the highest level in over a decade. So the confidence levels, which means something, they think over the last 10 years, I don't think they go beyond that. We have the highest level of confidence in our economy. Gasoline prices are way down. Grocery prices are way down. Energy prices are way down. Mortgage rates are down. We have a real stiff at the Federal Reserve. I can't help that. But he's going to be leaving soon. And inflation has been defeated. But even though his rates are too high, the economy has been amazing. Our border is secure, totally secure. We had nobody in the last 4 months coming through illegally, which is actually hard to believe because, they give me those numbers, but essentially it would be just about nobody. They actually say zero. That's actually hard to believe. You have zero when you had millions pouring across a year and a half ago, 2 years ago. But we have it down to practically nobody. And they are coming in, but they're coming in legally. And we're forging peace all over the world. We're putting America first. We're getting everybody to sort of get along. And I just got a call from the Middle East. We're doing very well there. We have many, many countries, as you know, signed on to peace in the Middle East, and nobody thought they'd ever see that happening. The Hamas situation, where they're pretty violent people, I would say, that we could put that out in 2 minutes. We're giving them a chance. You know, they agreed that they'd be very good, very straight. They wouldn't be killing people, and they have killed people. That wasn't the deal we made, but if they don't honor the deal, they'll be taken care of very quickly, but I'd rather not have to do that. But we have total peace in the Middle East. We have levels of friendship with everybody, and every countries that hated each other now love each other. Nobody ever saw anything like it. I think you guys are pretty surprised over here, right? You're surprised, but a lot of people are surprised. Are you guys surprised? Peace in the Middle East. You've been hearing about it for as long as you've been alive, and it's been a lot longer than that. You're still pretty young, but we have peace in the Middle East, and so as we light the Diya, we look forward to a new year and a greater peace and a greater everything for all of us. And we want tremendous success, tremendous health. We're doing a lot of things in the world of health, and the autism situation is just crazy when you think of it. And you go back 20 years, it was 1 in 20,000, and now it's 1 in 12. Is that hard to believe? When I hear that number, it's not even believable. And we think we're onto it. Bobby is doing a great job, and Dr. Oz, all of them, they're really working hard. Nobody's ever seen anything like that, and it's been a very important factor for me. I just say you got to focus on that. We think we have a lot of the answers. We've announced a lot of the answers, actually, but we're looking at many things. We've made tremendous progress, and maybe the thing we've done the best on is prices for our drugs. We have favored nations now, where other nations, as you know, were paying a small fraction of what we were paying. And this was, for many, many years, this was happening. This was set up 30 years ago, where we were paying 10 times more, 12 times more, 5 times more, always tremendous numbers more. And I said, we're not doing that anymore. And the drug companies have agreed, and the countries have agreed. Now, if I didn't have tariffs, I wouldn't have been able to get it. I said, well, if you don't agree, we're going to charge you tariffs for more than the equivalent amount. And amazingly, everybody agreed. So our drug prices are going to be coming down 100%, 200%, 300, 400, 500% in some cases. A bill that cost $10 in London would cost $120 in, think of it, $120 in New York, or any place in this country. A drug that cost $86 in Berlin cost $1,300 in New York, and throughout the United States. So we're not doing that anymore. So we're just not doing it anymore. So I just want to, and I think that's going to be huge for our anything, Medicaid, Medicare, Social Security, anything having to do with health, because the drug prices are going to be coming down. And I tell the story of my last administration, my 4th year, I was so honored because I brought drug prices down. The first time in 28 years, prices were brought down by a certain amount. I'll tell you what the amount was in a second, but by a certain amount. And so at the beginning of the year to the end of the year, I actually brought them down. First time in 28 years it happened. And the number was 1/8 of 1%. That's all I say. But I was proud because first time it ever happened. And now I'm bringing prices down 600%, 700%, 900%, 200%. So I can't believe I actually had a news conference to celebrate 1/8 and 1/4 of 1%. But that was, you learned, right? You learned. So we're doing, and you guys know more about favored nations than anybody. So we're going favored nations, we're demanding it, and we've got it. And as you know, we had Pfizer, we had the big companies, they were all agreed or close to agreeing. But the countries have agreed to. Actually, the countries would be generally more difficult. If we didn't have the power of tariffs, they wouldn't have agreed. They would have said, nope, you got to pay 10 times more than we're paying. We were paying 10 and 12 times more than other countries for the exact same pill made in the exact same lab or factory. So it's an amazing thing. I think it's an absolute game changer. Nobody's ever even heard of a thing like that. And you'll see the results over the next year, year and a half, and I think it's great. So I'd like to ask a person who's really been fantastic. We'll ask a few of the people to say a few words. You're on international television, so don't get nervous. Kash, would you say a few words, please? You've done a fantastic job.
Well, thank you, Mr. President. It's an honor to be a first-generation Indian American whose parents lawfully immigrated to this country. And under your leadership, so many more millions of Americans are living that dream. And to celebrate it here in the Oval Office on Diwali, which you said, rightfully so, is a triumph of good over evil. It's just an incredible honor. It's incredibly humbling. Indian Americans around the world and Indians around the world are thrilled that you are such a profound leader in sharing this diversity with the world, and we can't thank you enough, and happy Diwali.
Good. Well, thank you, and congratulations on everything. And how about a great company, IBM? He's taken this company from, it was a little troubled, as I remember, a few years ago, like 10 years ago, to being one of the hottest companies anywhere in the world. Arvind, could you say a few words?
Thank you, Mr. President. In the spirit of Diwali, we should also acknowledge all that the President and the administration is doing to really boost technology, innovation, and that leading to economic growth. I want to point out, people forget often how much public and private partnerships in the United States have mattered to boost technology. You look at semiconductors, you look at space, you look at the internet, mobile, and hopefully quantum down the road. So, Mr. President, I'd like to thank you for all that you're doing to boost our technology leadership.
Well, you have done amazingly. I just think it's incredible. I know exactly what you've been through, because it was a troubled company until you came along, and you made it very untroubled. You made it a rocket ship, so I congratulate you. Thank you, Arvind, very much. We have a very, very great company, Adobe and Shanta. Could you say maybe a few words, please?
Sure. Thank you, Mr. President. And first, it's such an honor, to be here in the Oval Office and to celebrate Diwali, which for all of us growing up, as you pointed out, was, the victory over, triumph over evil, light over darkness. I think what you're doing, Mr. President, to have peace and prosperity and investment in this country is just amazing. And as a company, I think hopefully everybody here is using Photoshop in order to, take all these pictures. But I would really like to thank you for your leadership, and we will continue to invest in the U.S. to make sure that we continue to drive innovation.
And your investment's been very large. So how much have you invested, and do you plan to invest in the U.S.?
As far as our investment is concerned, it's all intellectual property. It's people, so we make everything here. So that's the software.
That's good.
And so we're a $20 billion revenue company now. We're one of the largest software companies in the world, and headquarters is Silicon Valley. So thank you, Mr. President.
Fantastic job. How much are you investing, IBM?
$150 billion over the next 5 years.
Wow. 150 billion, that's good. Micron's doing pretty good. How's Micron doing? Okay.
Mr. President, really a great honor to be here today celebrating Diwali with these excellent peers of ours from the tech industry. And Diwali stands for light, hope, renewal. And the United States is a light to the rest of the world. And particularly on the renewal piece, I just want to really applaud you and your team in terms of bringing Renaissance's semiconductor manufacturing here to the U.S. So Micron is investing $200 billion, $200 billion in leading-edge memory manufacturing, and in the course of next few years, we'll have 40% of our manufacturing here in the U.S. And this will add, over the course of years, 90,000 jobs and $1.5 trillion impact to the economy. So we are very thankful to the support that we get from your team and, Mr. President, from you in terms of bringing memory here to the U.S. And memory is key with AI today, right?
Yeah. You always talk about memory. I have a good memory. Those machines have a better memory, right? No matter what you do.
Absolutely.
That's fantastic, really fantastic. Nikesh, Palo Alto is a hot one. And tell me about that. Go ahead, please.
Mr. President, thank you for having me here, and it's a pleasure and honor to celebrate Diwali with you. As my colleagues have said, this is a triumph of good over evil and prosperity, and what you've done the last 9 months in terms of making the United States one of the most business-friendly administrations, and allowing us all an opportunity to go invest, not just in technology but in our people. It's just amazing. We are now the largest cybersecurity company in the world, and we just recently
that's good.
recently spent $25 billion in sourcing technology. So all cyber security is made in the United States, because we believe that the next bastion in the world is going to be cyber war, and we just want to make sure we are prepared as a country and really show off our companies and our critical infrastructure.
Fantastic job. It's amazing what you've done. And all of these people, to me, they mean two things. Big investment, but the big investment I like because of jobs. It's tremendous number of jobs that they've produced. Would you say a couple of things about your great company, please?
Thank you, Mr. President. I'm with Stone Point Capital, private equity, which I'm sure you know, and we just raised a new $11.5 billion fund, and we obviously invest very heavily in financial services technology, and so it's actually an honor to be here in the Oval Office with you, and as a fellow Wingfoot member too, it's always a pleasure to be with you, and I got to tell you, you're the best president that I've ever seen, and we're so proud of you.
Thank you. I'm glad I asked him to say that. Would you like to say something about the great job you're doing? Right here. Anybody back here? These are all incredible people that everybody looks, in the business world, everybody looks up to them. Please, go ahead. Would you like to say something?
Thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your leadership.
I love that. I love this. I didn't ask him.
I'm running a tech business for 21 years. We build products on AI and machine learning. Thank you, Mr. President.
And it's going great, right?
Yes.
Good. How about over here? We have some very unshy people. Harmeet, how about saying a few words?
Well, thank you, Mr. President. It's a tremendous honor to have supported you 3 times and been part of your administration. And on this day of Diwali, I say on behalf of the United States Department of Justice that the message of the triumph of good over evil and knowledge over ignorance and justice over injustice is something that your administration is personifying, and it's a tremendous honor to be part of it, and thank you very much for including us here today.
Good, and you're at the DOJ and doing a fantastic job.
Thank you, sir.
That's good. She's doing a good job, Kash, right?
She's doing outstanding.
And Tulsi, we know, is doing a good job. What do you think, Tulsi?
Yes, sir. Thank you very much. You are doing today what you have done throughout your time in service, is bringing people together from all across the country and all different backgrounds. And this day is, of course, very special to so many of us because while it is the celebration of hope and light and renewal, we can never forget that the source of that hope, light, and renewal comes from God's love for every single one of us. And so today we celebrate God, His love, and the blessings that He has shared with all of us.
Oh, fantastic. Thank you all very much. Anybody like to say anything? Would you like to say something, please?
Mr. President, let me start, first of all, by expressing a deep sense of gratitude for opening up White House, Oval Office, your home, to mark Diwali's Festival of Lights, which is celebrated by over 1/5 of humanity. And as Kash said, you are showcasing the strength of diversity through this celebration. So it's truly a great honor, and thank you very much for that. May I also, on behalf of my Prime Minister and my own behalf, wish you and your loved one very, very happy Diwali greetings, particularly to over 5 million strong Indian diaspora in the US.
Right.
And may I close by making a wish, which is normally we do for Diwali. We wish that the light of Diwali continues to shine on your success and on the strength of India-US partnership.
Thank you very much. So, spoke to him today. He's doing well. And your country is doing very well. You know that.
Thank you, Mr. President.
So we're supposed to light something, but I thought maybe because he's had such an outstanding year, I'm going to ask Arvind to maybe do the honors. Can you handle it for me? I think you might do a better job than me. So if you could take care of that, it'd be great. He's done a good job. I didn't know you were supposed to do that. I'm glad I asked him.
Would you like to come to the light?
Yes, if you want. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you all. Thank you.
Mr. President, the meeting with Vladimir Putin is canceled or put on hold. Do you know what?
Real quick, this was sent in by Stormrider. I want to read this. This ties into our first hour as well of who we were talking about. The light will reveal those on the team and those pretending to be. This is not a game. They want us divided. Last post's self-destruction will immediately show the world the truth. Instructions will be sent on how to preserve offline. You didn't think this was simply about words, did you? We have it all coming soon to a theater near you. Shady.
Wow. Isn't this amazing? Isn't what we're watching amazing, historic? Jeff, I wanted to read real fast a notification we just got from the Department of War, which I'm extremely encouraged about. Today, the Department of War is announcing the next generation of the Pentagon Press Corps. We're excited to announce over 60 journalists representing a broad spectrum of new media outlets and independent journalists have signed the Pentagon's media access policy and will be joining the new Pentagon Press Corps. 26 journalists across 18 outlets were among the former Pentagon Press Corps who chose to sign the DOW media access policy. New media outlets and independent journalists have created the formula to circumvent the lies of the mainstream media and to get real news directly to the American people. Their reach and impact collectively are far more effective and balanced than the self-righteous media who chose to self-deport from the Pentagon. Americans have largely abandoned digesting their news anyway and through the lens of activists who masquerade as journalists in the mainstream media. We look forward to the new beginning and a fresh relationship with new members of the Pentagon Press Corps.
In your face, fake media.
Wow, guys. They all walked away, and now they've walked away. Now they get no more access. Now they don't get to tell you what's going on there and pretend like they know. That group of mainstream media journalists that walked out are effectively the lead-in for all of these nut jobs that are out there running all of these psyops on everybody because they control the media person. And Q explained exactly how they control the media person, and the media person talks to all these affiliates and they spread all this crap everywhere. Well, now they're going to be able to spread less crap.
Let me highlight some of these comments. Self-deport from Pentagon. They self-deported, Shady. That's effectual.
I know.
Land of hoy asses. Haha, cry more, leakers. Amen.
Boom.
Music to my ears. Right. The Mockingbird Media. That's awesome. All right. So let's go ahead and go back to some of these questions at the fake news. I see Dylan Mulvaney there is there and some other people. Let's listen to some of the questions. Let's check it out.
What happened there, and does that affect your decision whether or not to send tomahawks?
No, I don't want to have a wasted meeting. I don't want to have a waste of time, so I'll see what happens. But we did all of these great deals, great peace deals. They're all peace deals, agreements, solid agreements, every one of them. But this one, and I said, go to the line of battle, the battlefield lines, and you pull back and you go home, and everybody take some time off because you got two countries that are killing each other. You got two countries that are losing 5,000 to 7,000 soldiers a week. So we'll see what happens. We haven't made a determination.
I'm asking the Justice Department to look into the federal investigations into you and look for compensation. And how much are you asking for?
Who's asking for what?
Are you asking the Justice Department to pay you compensation for
compensation?
Your federal investigations into you? Are you asking them to pay compensation, and how much?
Into me? I don't get any compensation. I do it for nothing. I gave up my salary. Into me?
No, it's going to be the Justice Department. Are you asking them to pay you compensation for the federal investigations that happened to you? And how much are you asking
Well,
for?
I guess they probably owe me a lot of money for that. Probably, yeah, that's true. That's very interesting. No, I get no salary. I gave up my salary. It's a good salary. Not as much as these guys make, but that's okay. It's a lot of money. And I don't, as you know, I didn't take it in the first 4 years. I'm not taking it in these 4 years either. But as far as all of the litigation and everything that's been involved, yeah, they probably owe me a lot of money. But if I get money from our country, I'll do something nice with it, like give it to charity or give it to the White House while we restore the White House. And we're doing a great job in the White House. As you know, the ballroom is under construction. It's going to be, they've been trying to get it for 150 years, and it's really, I think it's going to be fantastic. But we'll see what happens. I mean, we have numerous cases having to do with the fraud of the election, the 2020 election, and because of everything that we found out, I guess they owe me a lot of money, but I'm not looking for money. I'm looking for really, I think it's got to be handled in a proper way. If it's not handled in a proper way, we don't want it to happen again. We can never let what happened in the 2020 election happen again. We just can't let that happen. And so the way we go, I know Kash is working on it, everybody's working on it, and certainly Tulsi's working on it. We can't let that happen again to our country. Look at what's happened where you have millions of people being allowed to come into our country, all because of a crooked election, where they come from prisons, they come from jails, they come from mental institutions and insane asylums, they're drug dealers. The people that they've allowed to come into our country. We cleaned them out in Washington, D.C. We have a very safe capital right now. We have a capital that's as safe as it can be. But I don't know. I mean, you'd have to ask the lawyers about that.
Mr. President, what did you hear from the Kremlin, Mr. President? A comment and a question, please, for you. First of all, you have just 1 billion plus hearts around the globe, including in India, by celebrating the Diwali in the White House right here. And my other comment says, Mr. President,
I like his question already.
In February, you and the White House staff gave a warm welcome to the Prime Minister of India, Mr. Narendra Modi. And after that, I decided to make a short trip to India for you. How popular you are in India. And I went there in a holiest also festival there, millions of people were there, and also Prime Minister Narendra Modi was addressing a media event, 5,000 people, I was one of them there listening to him. And when I went to several states in India, what I found out, Mr. President, 3 people are most popular there, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, President Donald Trump, Mr. Kash Patel, and also with the surprise our White House Press Secretary, Carolyn Levitt.
She's doing good. He is doing good.
And
Superstar.
And Mr. President, my question is, you had a great relationship with the people of India when you visited India, and with the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, and also with the Indian American community. Where do we stand today, all those relations from 45 to 47 in the future, Mr. President? Please, thank you.
We stand great, and the people of India, I love the people of India, and we're working on some great deals between our countries. I spoke to Prime Minister Modi today, as I mentioned before, and we just have a very good relationship. And he's not going to buy much oil from Russia. He wants to see that war end as much as I do. He wants to see the war end with Russia, Ukraine. And as you know, they're not going to be buying too much oil. So they've cut it way back, and they're continuing to cut it way back.
Mr. President, an appeals court recently ruled that you can send the National Guard into Portland, Oregon. Do you feel unfettered to send the National Guard into whatever city you want now?
Well, I guess that was the decision. I can send the National Guard if I see problems. I looked at Portland over the weekend. The place is burning down, just burning down. We weren't there. We didn't spend much time there because we were waiting for that decision. But the court, maybe that influenced the court. But you look at a place like Portland, it's ridiculous when they say that there's no problem. The place was on fire over the weekend. But we won the case in Court of Appeals. I think it was the Ninth Circuit, so that's pretty good. and a very strong opinion that we have the right to use the National Guard. You would think that would be common sense. We have the right to use the National Guard to put out trouble. Well, that's, how I got elected. One of the reasons I got elected.
Mr. President, what changed your mind after talking to Vladimir Putin between then and now? Why did you think that a Budapest summit might be wasted time?
Well, I didn't say anything. I didn't say it would, and you never know what's going to happen. But a lot of things are happening on that front, on the war front, with Ukraine and Russia. And we'll be notifying you over the next 2 days as to what we're doing.
Did you hear something?
A lot of things are happening.
Did you hear something?
I think we're going to get it solved. Yeah, please.
Mr. President, on Ukraine, do you still see a chance for a ceasefire? And what is Putin asking for? Do you still see a chance for a ceasefire? And what is Putin asking for?
I do. It's a vicious war. It doesn't really affect us. We sell equipment to them. We sell equipment to NATO. And NATO gives it to Ukraine, but we don't pay anything anymore. Biden spent $350 billion. The war would have never happened if I were president. Would have never, not even a million years. And Putin knows that too. Would have never happened. But it did happen, and I came in, and I have to see if I can put it out. But it doesn't affect us because we're not losing soldiers there. Although, when I first came in, that could have ended up, it's not going to happen, but it could have ended up in World War III. That was really out of control. So now it's they're shooting and they're killing people, and I think Putin wants it to end, and I think Zelensky wants it to end, and I think it's going to end.
What is that reached out to you about meeting on the government shutdown? Will you meet with him before you leave for Asia on Friday?
Well, I will actually. I'd love to meet with them. I just want them to open up the country first. The country is so hot right now, and they've never voted against continuation. They've never voted against. They've never done that. They're doing this because they have Trump derangement syndrome. But I would love to meet. I would like to meet with both of them. But I set one little caveat. I will only meet if they let the country open. They have to let the country open. The people want to go back to work. They want to be served. They need the services of some people, and a lot of people need the money, the payroll. So I'll do it as soon as they open up the country. I'd like to meet.
So you won't meet with them, just to be clear, you won't meet with them until the government's open.
The government has to be open, yeah. The government has to be. You know how long it would take for them to do that? Just say, okay, government's open, that's it. There is nothing.
How long?
They're not negotiating. What they're doing is saying they lost the negotiation when we got the great big beautiful deal done. They lost that negotiation. Now they're saying, well, we want to get some of the things we lost. But the problem is the things they lost are very bad for our country. We don't want to have people come over from all over the world, from prisons and all, and have them have their health care paid for. We want to take care of people that are American citizens and all. So they want $1.5 trillion of money to be wasted and jeopardize the health care of other people. We're not going to do that. So I would love to meet with them. We want the country open first.
Mr. President, a new poll shows that if Curtis Sliwa dropped out of the New York mayoral race, then Andrew Cuomo would only trail Mondani by 4 points. Would you call Curtis Sliwa to drop out of the race so that can happen?
Well, I looked at the polls, and looks like we're going to have a communist as the mayor of New York. It'll be very interesting. But here's the good news. He's got to go through the White House. Everything goes through the White House, at least this White House it does, and we'll have to see what happens. But if he dropped out, he's not going to win, and not looking too good for Cuomo either. But maybe, I don't know, if he dropped out, maybe Cuomo would have a little bit of a chance, but not much, because it looks like the lead it's not a great lead, but it's big enough that he should be able to win. So, I don't know that I want to get involved. It's really a question of, would I rather have a Democrat or a communist? And I would rather have a Democrat than a communust.
Will you meet with Mondani if he wins?
Yeah, I'll speak to him. I think I'd have an obligation to speak to him. But I love New York. I've always loved New York. I just can't believe a thing like this is happening. I left New York, and we had a mayor, de Blasio, who was a disaster. But when I left, it was sort of before he could really take hold. And boy, New York was a hot city, and now it's sad to see what's happening, frankly. And with the communists in charge, look, you just go back 1,000 years. I mean, it's been done many times, 1,000 years. It's never worked once, so it's not going to work now either.
On your ballroom, Mr. President, you're building your ballroom right now. They're also building the Obama Presidential Library. I'm wondering if you've seen. Have you seen pictures of the architecture, and what do you think of it?
It's not too pretty. No, but it's closed. It's stopped. They ran out of money. I mean, he's building a library / museum. You know, you call it some museum, and usually they call it library and museum. That's the official name. And they're stuck. And he wanted only women and DEI to build it. Well, that's what they got. And the construction workers are standing out there and saying, we want to be able to build it. You know, you have I built a great building in Chicago, as you know, a big, beautiful building, one of the tallest buildings in the country. And we got it built very quickly, very well. And we use the construction workers of Chicago. They're great workers. They're great construction people. And I suggest that he get them involved. But they're hundreds of millions of dollars over budget. And I think it stopped. I'm reading these terrible stories. But that's the way our country was run under President Obama, too. Nobody knew it.
Mr. President. Thank you, Mr. President. Russia remains China's top crude oil supplier in September. Are you considering tariffs on China?
Well, I mean, you read the same papers as I do, but I don't have to read the papers because I'm the one. Right now, as of November 1st, China will have about 155% tariff put on it. And I don't think it's sustainable for them, so I want to be nice to China. But China's been very rough with us over the years because we had presidents that weren't smart from a business standpoint. Some were good politicians, some weren't even good politicians, but they allowed China to take advantage of us and every other country to take advantage of us. If you see, I made a deal with the European Union. I made a deal with Japan, with South Korea. I made a lot of these deals that are great deals, and I was able to do it. It's really national security. I was able to do it because of tariffs. And we're getting hundreds of billions, even trillions of dollars paid into the United States. We're a very rich country again. We'll start paying off debt. We'll do a lot of things. We'll probably make a distribution out of some of the tariff money. I think we're going to make a distribution over the next fairly short period of time to the people because we took in so much money from the tariffs. Just European Union, $650 billion. Japan, $550 billion. South Korea, $350 billion. That's even a lot of money for you guys, right? That's not bad, right? But no, we're taking in a lot of money, and it keeps people like this here because that's why they're coming in. I mean, you wouldn't be, I mean, I'm not going to speak for you, but generally they won't be coming in if it weren't for tariffs. They come in here and they don't have to pay the tariff. If they do it outside, they pay a lot of money, a lot of tariffs. The money comes to us. And in order not to pay the tariff, they come and they build here. That's why we have more plants under construction than we've ever had in the history of our country. And you wouldn't think it's complicated, but you would have thought somebody would have done this a long time ago, sitting in this beautiful seat behind what's called the Resolute desk. You know that, right? This is very famous. This is even more famous than any of your desks. But your desks are very good.
Can I just follow up on her question to you? Because the New York Times is reporting that your legal team is seeking $230 million from your own Justice Department now in response to the investigations into you. Is that something you want your legal team to do?
I don't know what the numbers are. I don't even talk to them about it. All I know is that they would owe me a lot of money, but I'm not looking for money. I'd give it to charity or something. I would give it to charity, any money. But look, what they did, they rigged the election. And as you know, we had, in one case, 60 Minutes had to pay us a lot of money. George Slobodanopoulos had to pay us a lot of money, and they already paid. You know, they paid me a lot of money because what they did was wrong. And, you know, when somebody does what's wrong. Now, with the country, it's interesting because I'm the one that makes the decision, right? And, you know, that decision would have to go across my desk. And it's awfully strange to make a decision where I'm paying myself. In other words, did you ever have one of those cases where you have to decide how much you're paying yourself in damages? But I was damaged very greatly, and any money that I would get, I would give to charity.
Thank you, Mr. President. Is the Democrat Party now more Zohran Mamdani's party than it is even Leader Schumer's or Leader
Probably
Jeffries?
is, yeah. I mean, maybe he'll run for president in 4 years. You have a communist president. That would be interesting, right? I don't see it happening. You know, I've always said you will never see, and I always talked about socialism, and you will never see a socialist so-and-so. And I was right. I'd say it in speeches, we will not have socialism in our country. And I was right. Communism, yes, but socialism. In other words, they skipped socialism and they went down to communism. No, he's a communist, and he's going to be maybe the mayor of New York. I don't know, maybe, you know, polls are all, but these polls seem to be pretty consistent. But he would be, I would say he would be the leader of the party. It's not Schumer. Schumer's shot. He's shot. This poor guy, I feel sorry for him. I don't know.
Well, no, that's going to give ammunition for the, oh, he's been shot. Get more guys. He's shot and replaced, executed and replaced, right?
Exactly. But he's, I think he's mentally gone. He's been beat up by young, radical lunatics. And I think Chuck Schumer is, he's gonzo. I really do. I think he's probably not going to run. It shows that he's losing in every poll. Now, this is hard. You know, he wants to meet with me. It's sort of hard to meet with a guy after I make a statement like that, but I'm just giving you the facts. I think Chuck is probably finished. I know some people, Democrats, that would be good. Some good politicians and some, you know, reasonable people. But I understand that they would not have a chance of, you know, getting even the concept of holding the torch. They're not going to get it. But they have some people that I really believe they're low IQ people. They're stupid people. And they seem to be leading the party. So we'll see what happens. Look, the Republicans are strong. We have great leadership. We're very strong in every way. And we're going to keep it that way. But we are really a strong party. You know, our party's grown magnificently. We've gotten, look at all the union votes I got. Nobody thought that was ever possible. Look at the election where I won I won everything. I won all 7 swing states. If you win 3 or 4 swing states, you're doing great. I won all 7 by a lot. And I think the best thing when you look at districts, 2,700 versus 525. That's big. That's why the map shows all red. So we won in a tremendous landslide, and that's because people like our policy. I guess they like me, but they like my policies. Strong borders, good education, low taxes. You know, in the great big beautiful bill, we got the biggest tax cut in history. Not only no tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime, we got the biggest tax cut in the history of our country in the bill that we just approved. And I think people see that and they like it, and that's why we're doing well, but they are not. They do not have leadership. Thank you very much, everybody.
Wow.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you guys. Thank you.
GTFO. Thank you for joining.
No.
And, you know, that's amazing. You know, people are saying, well, should we name the ballroom America First Ballroom? No, because Flynn uses that term. How about MAGA Ballroom? The MAGA Ballroom, ShadyGrooove.
I think that it's going to have to be MAGA.
Yeah, because it's Make America Great Again. It's not America First. You saw what Flynn said earlier. He's trying to take over the America First movement and replace MAGA. Wow, amazing. I just had an epiphany there, Shady.
It's exactly what he's trying to do. Guys, I just want to make you understand of what we're talking about there. He's talking about a $17 trillion investment in your country that has happened since he took office. That would be like literally 50% of the national debt. That is investment into the country. That means that all that whole 17 trillion, not one single dollar of that 17 trillion is going to equal a dollar because it is an investment into the country. That investment will go to make tons and tons of more money for the investors that are bringing in that investment within the country, generating lots of business for the future. Jeff, another thing I want to mention real quick. You're constantly hearing this narrative. These people, they're screaming at you about the billionaires. Oh, the billionaire class. The billionaires are the problem. We got to attack the billionaires, including the newfound communist mayor of New York City. This dynamic is important for you to understand because you have to recognize that they're specifically not talking about the people that have millions of dollars and jumping right into the group of people that have billions of dollars. Well, let me explain to you that the billionaires in America, there are about 900 of them, that it would be 0.0000024% of the population. the millionaires in America are around 22, 23 million, which would be around 6% of the population. So I just want to make that very clear for you to understand that the millionaire class are targeting the billionaire class whenever the millionaire class are actually the problem.
Interesting. Very, very interesting. And that is our show today. We followed the money, dark money. We followed the Arabella Advisors because apparently, are we live? Because Trump doesn't understand that, even though I've played you a clip of President Trump saying that Arabella Advisors and the 1630 Fund is Democrat dark money, public enemy number one. You heard it here with the sauce, ShadyGrooove. And we're following. Go ahead.
I was just going to say that Flynn is not advocating for Donald Trump to do anything about Arabella Advisors. What he is doing is he is activating his minions to act like Donald Trump is doing nothing because he wants Donald Trump to do nothing, because if Donald Trump does something, it affects him.
Yeah. And, you know, let's look at this, ShadyGrooove. Looks like Toria Brooke also picked up on this. This is, if the Trump administration does not deal with George Soros' foundation, and then this comment underneath, Shady.
Oh, that's that's the screenshot I did this morning.
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
But it looks like Toria Brooke also picked up on it, and that's all I'm saying. So go ahead, and you want to describe this?
Yeah, describe it easily as a threat, saying he cannot suggest what truly needs to happen. Neither can anyone if they want to keep their X account in good standing, but it involves several deep holes dug out in the middle of nowhere, or perhaps several discrete burials at sea, Bin Laden style. Number one, Bin Laden wasn't buried at sea. Number two, we are not burying anybody because we're not vigilantes. And number three, you can clearly see how dangerous General Flynn's words are to complete idiots like that.
Yeah, they're calling for Bin Laden-style burials at sea for the Trump administration, guys. Wow.
What they're saying.
Wow, good catch yesterday. And it looks like Toria Brooke also picked up on it, which is pretty amazing. Yeah, good job, guys. Good job, Yeti. Thank you, Shady. Great job. Thank you all for your support and donations. We really appreciate it. I know I missed some. Lydia, thank you. And some others. Follow the money, guys. It's all about the money.
Wow.
Bless you.
Thank you guys so much for another great show.
Wow. On Trump Day. Trump Day.
Here we go.
president.
Dark money
Fuels the government.
Dark money
Is the way it's done.
Dark money
Will determine who has won.
Dark money
Everywhere you turn
Dark money
has no concern.
Dark money
And we wonder where it ends. It never ends. It never ends. It never ends. Today, retribution is at hand. We've seen it all. We've seen it all. Can you see it? They've stepped over the line. Oh, can you see it? Over the line. One too many times. As the president,
Dark money
use the government.
Dark money
Is the way it's done.
Dark money
Will determine who has won.
In New York City, dark money is all over Mondavi, but we know it. We see it. We follow the money. Arabella Advisors, Soros, Hans-Jörg Wyss, www.mg.show. Boom.